Greetings and welcome to my review of Chapter 7 Season 2. So, let me go over the skins, what I think of it, now that we are almost done. Well, we have like a couple days, anyway. I would say the Exiled Ice King was pretty good for this season. I really loved it. But however, I would have wanted them to do something they did actually in Chapter 7 Season... No, not Chapter 1 Season 7. How there was upgraded styles or something. They should have done that for him. The Ice Prince, the kicks, I haven't used these kicks, I'm gonna be for real. And I don't think it looks good on him. Golden Ice King, ignore the eyes that are not there. Anyway, it's fine. This should have been like probably the base style for him, and then get to the armored version. But maybe because they did that for like people that are competitive and don't want the armor, so I guess that makes sense when you really think about it. But it's whatever. Squibbly, I've seen him a lot lately in my matches, so I guess he was a fan favorite as well. I like the design of it. Dredge punishes Squibbly, actually a good one too. So they didn't miss the mark with this guy, so I like it. Lady Wind Frost was pretty good. Pretty good set too, so I would say not a bad character. But then Dasha, I don't think I've seen a lot of in my matches, and I don't know. Maybe it wasn't for everyone, which is fine. But I don't know. I have not seen a lot of people use the skin. The Foundation Reforged, I would say it's pretty good. They did a lot of detail, more design, whatever you call it, with them, so I really liked it. Also, these challenges that we got for Ice King and Jules, not bad, I would say. The Classic Foundation, I guess, is probably not the best style for him, just because if you already have the Chapter 3 Season 1 pass, then this is nothing to write home about. But regardless, it's not bad for those that missed out on it, which probably many did. Order Reforged, I guess it's better. It's upgraded a bit, so I guess that's fine. So, pretty good. I can't say much about it. I would say it's pretty good as an upgrade. And Jules got a lot of styles, but you know what? I think she was also a fan favorite in this season. It was kind of weird to see her at first, but you know what? Since they did Act 2, it made sense. But I like it. Pretty good. Bugs Bunny, I have never used him in this season, believe it or not. But maybe he wasn't for me. I like it. It's cool. It's goofy. It's probably... Well, no, I was going to say the only meme skin, but Squibbly, kind of is. Toon Squad's pretty cool though. But yeah, I guess this set was pretty good. I didn't use Siva at all, but it's whatever. I like it, but I haven't used it. Probably not for me. So, the line styles are okay. The purple one was probably the best one. This one for the Ice King. Looks really identical to the one we're trying to fight for. I really don't know how I feel about this one. It's okay, but it's also identical to the original. They could have done a different color or something, but it's whatever. It's fine. It's just I prefer the purple one better. Thank you very much. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but it just looks identical to it. Overall, it's all right. The alliance styles are either hit or miss, depending on how you see it. Alright, so map-wise, I did the Fortress, Scribbly Shores, and Sanctuary. Dark Domain I don't count because it's like the same thing in a way as the one we got in Season 1. It's alright. Fortress, I always land there. It's probably the best one, in my opinion. I hope we keep it, but we'll see. Squibbly Shores, I land here and there, but it's not really the first thing I think of when I land on this map in Season 2. New Sanctuary is the same thing as Fortress because, well, I mean, you have lore and everything, so it works. Dark Domain is literally the same thing. It's nothing changed. Lati Landing, I've never landed there actually, so I really can't have an opinion on it. But I think it's probably the elites area, but whatever. And then they got rid of the wood area, whatever. I forgot the name of it. That was actually a good area to land at. I don't know why they got rid of it. I guess because it was a lumberjack area or something. But why? It's so weird. But I think this map did better in terms of revisiting areas. Battlewood, Sus Studios, Sandy Strips, all these areas I think did better in Season 2. Because when there's a new season, you would mostly go to those new areas rather than the old areas. Honestly, that's just me. But to me, in this season, I think it did better. I don't know why, but it did better. Something about it did better. Probably because you were probably because the rival system, you had to find. It depended on the radius, from what I've been seeing when I went to matches. Depending on how far the radius is from the player, that's the next rivalry. So I would say it probably did better for that one. So it's fine. And also the rival areas were like in every location, so that made it better too. So this season did good with probably everything with the rival system. What else? Weapons was pretty good. I think the Ice King gauntlets, the Foundation gauntlets, all those new items, I think they were fun. They were nice. They were everything that were enjoyable to play in this season. I don't think I have a single complaint other than the tracer guns that were literally just a literal rapid gun, like quick guns or whatever you call them. But every time you use them, it's like, yeah, you're dead. You should be careful if you are facing players with that. Otherwise, you're done. But other than that, it's fine. The weapon system was pretty good. Items that they brought, I think, were pretty good. I'm trying to remember. Let's see, we got the slap juice pizza, whatever it's called. What else? I think we got a couple items. I can't remember though. They put a lot of items in this season, like in season 1. But I'm trying to figure out why they put a lot of items or weapons or whatever in like one season. Maybe because they want like more content, but it's fine. Mobility wise was pretty good, not bad. Oh yeah, Zero Build got changed too, so that's pretty good for Zero Build players. That did well. What else? Infinity Blade came back, even though I haven't used it yet because there's Rift anomalies, and there's a couple of Rift anomalies that got added. Was that a good idea for the Infinity Blade? Yeah, definitely. Because imagine the Infinity Blade spawning every time, even though they did that in Chapter 1, but imagine that spawning. Dude, everyone would land in the same area. But I think that's fine for the best. I don't really care if I used it or not. So it's whatever. What else did we get? Drivable battle bus. Any player can drive it. I think the only issue I have with this is the players that just, well, let's say we just go here and then they just turn to the left. That I could see the issue with that, but you know what? They should keep it because it makes different matches different depending on who's like where they're going. So I would say it's a good idea, a good change. So it's fine. The gimmick for this season, actually the best one. It's pretty good. It kind of gave me Chapter 2 Season 2 vibes, which is actually pretty good when you really think about it, because that's a number 1. That's like number 1 in everyone's book, or whatever. The gimmick with this, I like the rival system. It's good. It keeps you going for your team. You're trying to fight for your team. I love it. It makes the matches fun to play and stuff. And the rival ranks or whatever, you got better perks as you go. I think it's at like level 100 or so. So they did really good with this, with the gimmick of the rivals, and I think that's a pretty good to have. Let's see. Do I hate? I think the act that there's like this one act I didn't like. It was Act 3. Act 3 was the Overwatch one. I just think, what was it? I think it was drop, whatever you call it. The payload. I think it's the payload. I don't know. The payload thing we had to grind for. It was not that interesting to grind for. I'm sorry. It's just I wasn't a fan of the Overwatch act. Besides the guns and the weapons, whatever. But that's besides the point. I just feel like grinding for that wasn't something I would be excited for. You know what I mean? Other than like Infinity Blade, the Ice King gauntlets, which by the way I'm Team Ice King. Anyway, but yeah, I think that act I did not like, but maybe because we were just in the end of the month of the season, so I guess it was fine. But yeah, I think this season did good with its content. But yeah. In terms of collab-wise, I guess I might as well talk about it. Why not? I think, well, that worked with the theme of the season, I guess. I might as well, I don't know. Because some skins worked with this season. I think we got Perry the Platypus, Overwatch, and Toy Story. I think those were the only ones that worked with or actually no, Iron Man, Captain America. I think those were a part of the rival system, or well, not system, the vibe it's going with. Which, yeah, that makes sense. I like the collabs we got for the season. It wasn't as a bunch at the same time, I think, but maybe there was. I don't want to look back actually. But the collabs are fine, and when I say fine, oh my goodness, we got Brain Rot. The fact we got Brain Rot kind of worries me a bit, because that could mean we could get more of that, and I don't want that like a battle pass or so. If they do that, ooh, I don't know. I hope they don't do that, but maybe they're gonna do it like once in a blue moon for those Brain Rot stuff. But I think the collabs we got was pretty good, and I think they did a lot with the collabs, so that's not bad. Let me see the modes they brought. I think the only weakest one was box fight. It's just box fight. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't what you want me to say. Endgame came back. Actually, that was fun until the War Machine weapons, but other than that, I'm grateful we have Thanos back as a boss. So you know what, that works for people that are new players and players that are returning to the game. So that's pretty good. What else? The Star Wars stuff got added to creative. That has so much potential, and I can't wait for them to put more stuff, or there's more content for Star Wars or something like that, because I think the Star Wars stuff, I have never enjoyed it so much. I loved it. Oh boy, having lightsabers you can customize, force abilities, Star Wars guns, everything. I think I enjoyed the Star Wars event with creative. So good, so much fun. But yeah, I think they did a lot of content for the season, which, yeah, despite of the controversies with the layoffs and the V-Buck increase, you have to admit that we had a lot of content for this season. And at the end of the day, I think there could be hope. There could be hope from the negativities and all, because we had all the positives that came along, like slowly but surely. Despite all the negativity, we had those. As long as the game is fun, as long as the content is good, even though minus the brain rot, but we're gonna ignore that. As long as everything is good, that's what matters in the end of the day, is having a fun game to play. Because without that, it would not be a fun game. But I don't know, something about this season was very enjoyable. Oh yeah, Community Day. I forgot about Community Day. It was actually good. I think the whole community that were joining together and stuff for just that one day, it was probably the best. We had items we have never seen. Well, I don't know if I've never seen. We haven't had or whatever in years, which that's saying something. And they put that in our lockers just for free. Just for free. And then they got the Brilliant Bomber and the Indigo Kuno that had never seen the light of day. Like, what? That's crazy. I would say that's probably the craziest shop. It kind of reminded me of when the Paradigm returned back by accident, which actually they could return that. Why not? But whatever. But yeah, that was a good time. I loved it. This season, I would say, is probably my top 10 or top. I don't know about top 5, but top 10 definitely. For sure, it's top 10. So you know what? Minus the brain rot, which I've said many times, but I'm ignoring the bad things and talking about the things we should focus on when enjoying this game. Is to have a good experience, to have fun, and all that. So I think this season, even though I've been given 10s to a lot of mini seasons, but to be fair, they put a lot of good content in that mini seasons or whatever. This season, I think, should deserve a 10. Even though people might say, "Why give it a 10? They brought brain rot," but I'm mostly thinking of the content we did get instead of the bad content, you know? I just feel like it deserves a 10 just because of the stuff they put in the end of the season and the end game mode, which probably leading up to Doomsday or something like that, which makes sense. And they haven't brought back the Doomsday Battle Pass, so maybe they're waiting a little bit, but we'll see. We haven't had any Battle Pass return in the shop, but anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna remember the season. It was fun, despite the bad things going on, but you know what? You always have to remember the positives. You can't have the negative vibes get you, because that's not gonna work. It just can't. With everything going on, I just feel like you have to just worry about the stuff that matters. Yes, the layouts were bad. Yes, the V-Bucks is bad. But I forgot the dev, but I don't want to get into it. But I think that one of the devs said to don't worry about it or something like that. Or I don't know. But when I made the video, I think it was not even that long ago. I think it was in April. I was mostly talking about the future of the game. But now that I've been seeing so much content and everything else going on, I think it's pretty good the way we've been getting stuff. That's why I'm giving this a 10, because I had fun. It was a good time. So I don't know. But yeah, I hope for the best for the people that got laid off. I hope the best for everyone in this community. Even though it's getting hectic, but I don't want to get into that. But yeah, I just hope for the best for them. They work so hard for the game, and they put so much passion and effort in everything. They poured their hearts out for this game, and I hope for the best for them. So, yeah. I'm gonna miss this season. You know, despite everything, but I'm going in circles here, but I just want to, you know, clarify what I think of the situation, what I think of this season. But yeah, as long as the game is fun and everything else. But yeah, I think I've explained it well. Anyway, I'm gonna call that today's video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share it with others. And I'll hear from you guys next time. Bye.